Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a deck tech in Historic on Gruul Aggro. So recently, with the unbanning of Burning-Tree Emissary, this deck has really, it's come to full force of being a really powerful deck. It's a deck to beat now. Previously it was Sultai, now it's Gruul Aggro. So before I get on to explaining the deck, one thing I want to ask all of you guys watching this video now to do is subscribe. One of the main things I wanted when I set up this YouTube channel was to kind of create a community of people who, you could put a question in the comment section and then people would respond who knew the answer, and just, a nice community of people. So if you want to join that community, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's get into explaining the deck. The way this basically wins is you play out a 1-drop turn 1. You hope to do that anyway, and then turn 2 you benefit from playing Burning-Tree Emissary, hopefully, into a second 2-drop. So as you can see, I'm playing 4 Scavenging Ooze and 4 Voltaic Brawler in the deck. If you want to know where I got this deck list from as well, I'm using the deck list that PVDDR used to play in this last Pro Tour weekend. So yeah, this is a deck list I'm using. So it's not just me using it, this is a pros deck that I am currently using, and I'll explain to you how to play. We also have Bonecrusher Giant. This has been around in Standard for a long time, and it is also very prevalent in Historic, so you guys should know what it does. Kazandu Mammoth, it's just a really good card. I might consider, however, swapping it out for Lovestruck Beast, because we've already got quite a few lands, so that's one of the things that I'm considering. Moving on from that, we have Gruul Spellbreaker, just a powerhouse of a card. 3 mana 3/3 of haste, or 3 mana 4/4. Gives you and itself hexproof on your turn, so you can swing through with it without it getting destroyed. Then we've got 1 copy of Collected Company. Now this is a really interesting way to play the deck, and I've just recently watched PV's most recent video when he kind of described why he made this choice, and the way he said it was that this deck has quite a few cards which is just a dead hit from Collected Company, and he would much rather prefer to get Questing Beast or Embercleave as a guaranteed, kind of 4-droppy card instead of Collected Company, which I think is a really interesting addition. And I have played quite a few games with this deck now, and it is a very good idea, and it has been working very well, not having the Collected Companies. Then we have the lands, 4 copies of Embercleave, of course, because what would a Gruul aggressive deck be without 4 copies of Embercleave? In the sideboard, we've got Redcap Melee for against red decks, Grafdigger's Cage for against decks that use a graveyard, so your Rakdos Lurrus, all your Rakdos sacrifice decks, Jund sacrifice, those kind of situations. I would also use it against the Simic Paradox engine, although I haven't seen that in a long time. Abrade against sacrifice decks, against a mirror, those kind of decks. Also, I would play this against mono brown or mono artifacts, but that isn't a very common deck at the moment. But just on the off chance you do come up against it, Abrade is the card you want. Garruk's Harbinger, it's good against black decks with a lot of removal, so if you come up against Sultai or you come up against a Dimir kind of control, it's really good. Also, mono black is obviously very good against Clothis, against decks that use a graveyard a lot. I would also bring this in against Sultai because they play Uro. Yeah, just very good. Now, collected 1 additional copy of Collected Company. I would play against other aggressive decks, and also I would play it against control decks because it forces them to use their counter spells on their turn, leaving you next turn being able to resolve whatever spells you want. Then Garruk, I would also use this against more control-y decks, because even if they board wipe, you've still got a Garruk on the battlefield to utilise. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into the games. Okay, so this is a really nice hand here. We've got turn 1 Elves into Voltaic Brawler turn 2. I think we're playing against a mirror. Hopefully they don't get a million Burning-Tree Emissaries turn 2. That's one thing I have been struggling with the deck, is drawing Burning-Tree Emissary. I can't seem to quite get that nailed. Alright, well, this is a decent hand. This is a decent card to get. Because what we could do is we could play Questing Beast, but what we'll do is we'll hold it. We won't swing into the Kazandu Mammoth unless he... well, we won't swing into him having Ah, that's irritating. We don't really want to. This is a kind of sticky situation here. What I'll do is I'll block with a Voltaic Brawler, whichever creature is bigger. Hopefully he doesn't have an Embercleave. If he's got an Embercleave, he wins. You know, he had a Gruul deck that was on the play. Shocking that in then. Okay. We'll block like this. Okay, alright, we have a chance to get back in this now. It's going to be a very close one. So he has to win this turn now. We'll be blocking the Kazandu Mammoth with Questing Beast. Or do we? Interesting one here. If he's got Embercleave, we lose. If he's got Bonecrusher Giant, we lose. If he's got Artifact Removal, we lose. We lose. Good game. That was a close one there. Very close one. That was a good game to play, actually. Play Redcap Melee. Now we have to see how we sideboard. I don't really like Scavenging Ooze. In the mirror. Drop one copy of Redcap Melee. Drop this as well. Let's just roll it back like this. I think this should be the best way to play it. We get some removal. Alright. We play first. Very nice hand. We are the one who's going to be getting the turn 3 aggressive cards. We have the card, the mana. We have the mana for Embercleave. Okay, turn 2, Burning-Tree Emissary. Hopefully he doesn't go off with this. Sucks. Well, I'll play Kazandu Mammoth here. Next turn it leaves us with Devil Removal spell swinging in. Scavenging Ooze. It's not what we want to see, but we'll take it. Next turn if we get land, we'll swing in. Then he can double block. But we're also threatening Embercleave. I think I'll play Embercleave here. Because next turn he'll kind of have to double block. But we can just, you know, remove his blockers. That would work out very well for us here. Alright. I think we win from this. Swinging in, that's a greedy, greedy swing. I might have actually just missed lethal there. Oops. Well, anyway, we'll swing in like this. I definitely missed lethal somehow there. Well, It's unfortunate. It's 3 cards, so you can make that a 6/6. Go up to 4. Okay. Okay. Swinging like this. Because this way, it leaves us with a lethal attack. Yeah. We're not going to miss lethal this turn. We missed it last turn, not this turn. Okay, now we're just going to run it back. That last game worked out very well. Okay, gonna mulligan. Okay, so let's think about what we want to do here. Obviously 2 Gruul Spellbreakers would be really nice, although it hinges on us drawing a land. Look, we've got to be the aggressor here. We've got, you know, he's on the play. Llanowar Elves. Okay. All right, we hit our land. We should be living good here. We should be really living good. Burning-Tree Emissary. Then we're going to shock that Llanowar Elves. Stomp it out of there. I think he's got a Bonecrusher Giant, so. Hopefully he doesn't draw a land and he just gets mana screwed. I mean, even if he does draw a land, we're still living good. Okay, so he's got an Abrade. It's fine. Ping him down to 16. If he just doesn't draw a land here, we're fine. Llanowar Elves. Okay, make this. I mean, the Bonecrusher Giant will always block it, so it's better to just start getting in the damage now. Next turn we'll have Pelt Collector plus Gruul Spellbreaker. Give that haste. Hopefully he doesn't have Collected Company. Please just don't hit anything good. Oh. Let's go. So we get the win there. Living good. And yeah, let's get into our second game. Alright, okay. So into the second game we go. We are in fact on the play. I don't think that's a good enough hand to keep. This hand is also pretty tragic. Yeah. Play out a mountain. So what we want to do is we want to pass it instantly, so that if he, you know, alright. Well, let's deal with damage. He has to give it indestructible. Sacrifice a card. We're going to be playing this out next turn anyway. So all this means is he's minus a card. Not the worst thing in the world. Play a Bonecrusher Giant out. Next turn we'll play another Bonecrusher Giant. It'll get to the point where with Embercleave, Seasoned Hallowblade won't be able to block. Okay, you know. Why would he not? Oh, he might have like a small creature or something that he doesn't want us to kill. Interesting. I have to say, I took about a 2-day break from playing Historic, and it's gone from being just a Gruul fest to, you know, actually a load of interesting decks, which is quite nice. Alright, he's got a removal spell. Okay. So I'll just throw the Embercleave on whatever he blocks. I mean, we deal what? 13 damage to him here? 14 damage. Put it over here. And then if he kills, yeah, I think we win whatever happens here. Unless he kills both of them. I don't think that's likely. Maybe if he gives something lifelink. Yeah, right, okay, so we win that game. Nice and easy. Season's Hallowed Blade slowed us down a little bit, but just not enough. Play Garrett's Harbinger. We'll play it over. No, we don't want to drop Gruul Spellbreaker. Bonecrusher Giant seems to be very good against this deck. Drop a Cleave. Questing Beast is less good. Maybe Shatterskull Smashing. I don't know. This is a very difficult one to sideboard. It might just be that we're just way too favoured in this match anyway, that it just doesn't matter. Scavenging Ooze, drop one of those. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? Because I think, you know, 4 Scavenging Ooze is a lot of Scavenging Ooze. Alright. Waiting on your opponent. We'll keep this. We've got relatively good plays. If we draw a Pelt Collector here, it makes it very good. Alright, Stonecool Serpent is, you know, not hearts. Okay. Burning-Tree Emissary into Voltaic Brawler. This Adante Vanguard can't really swing unless it wants to trade, because taking the full damage is just brutal. The Stonecool Serpent could also no longer trade, could no longer swing. This is a difficult one. He's paid the full life. He has paid the full life. Alright. We've just drawn lands. I mean, you know, apart from a Burning-Tree Emissary, which is quite a nice draw actually. Is he going to pay another full life? Yeah, like, I just can't really win this one from here. It's just such a good play out. Abrade is probably actually pretty nice in this game, but oh well. Let's It's just a difficult one to play against because both Seasoned Hallowed Blade and Adante Vanguard are just very annoying cards for us. I would take drawing a Burning-Tree Emissary here. Deal 6 damage to himself. Go for it. I will also take drawing the Embercleave there. That is a very, very, very nice draw. Wait, he's playing green. I think we'll take the 2 damage here over Burning-Tree Emissary here into probably Garruk's Harbinger here. Then next turn if we get a land, we can swing through with both. Interesting. Adante Vanguard. Alright, so a land next turn is just really, really, really good for us. Okay, it's not a land, but I'll take a second Garruk's Harbinger here. Yeah. Play out of a land, then it just means we can swing with both of these. Swing like this. Very strong attack here. Embercleave, and he should just concede. Because of the extra 1 toughness, it means Seasoned Hallowed Blade cannot kill unless he's got a fighter's 1. Yeah, which he does. Alright, so now we get to choose a card. Get a Bonecrusher. We've got double Bonecrusher next turn. Let's go for Burning-Tree Emissary. Next turn we've got a kill on him, so I don't really mind. Play Scourge, or Scourge, however you say it. Well, we've got lethal anyway, so Bonecrusher Giant. There you go, exact lethal, and we get the win 2-1. There you go, with us getting to Diamond Tier 2, I'll end the video there. Thanks ever so much for watching. Please could you drop a subscription and a like if you enjoyed the video, put a comment with a deck you'd like to see me play or any improvements I could make to the deck. But with that being said, have a good day.